What's up, guys? So we are going to continue our geometry dash level while learning more about orbs today. Let's start with the pink pad. The pink pad is a revolutionary thing because the pink pad makes you jump as high as you would in game, as you would like normally doing it. I just have to move this up a little. The pink pad makes you jump as high as you would in game. So this is what our level looks like now. And this is the ball game mode. Every time you click, which is you switch gravity. So let's just make some gameplay for the ball. Make sure to make it fair and readable. We don't want extreme demons right now. Unless there's some god player at this game that knows how to be extremes. And then I would probably ask you to help me with some verifications. So then, yeah, that's some spike clipping shenanigans. Always give the player some time to have a lot of fun around with their newfound game mode. If you're designing it for a new player, at least. I'm designing a hard difficulty level. So, mine isn't going to be as nice. And remember the saws from earlier? Well, they're back. This time I'm bigger. This time they're big chungus. Click, 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 click. Click, click. Click, click, click. Click. Click, click, click. So this is some fair gameplay. And make sure to maybe use a few orbs or two. This is the pink orb. It's a little smaller jump than the red orb. Or not the red orb. It does a smaller jump than the yellow. And this is the green orb. It switches gravity, but also does a little jump. And this is the blue orb. It switches gravity. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, the ball pretty much does what the blue orb does. And also, this right here is the red pad. It bounces you way higher than the yellow one. Yeah, some game modes have different velocities or weight. Yeah, like, so look at the ship over here. You see that's kind of heavy? The cube is the most heavy out of all of them. The ball is kind of light. That's a bug, so let's add the preventers that we learned about last episode. And let's just add a little bit of stuff right here for a little air deco. We're gonna learn more about the UFO and ball. Some of the best game modes and some of the most fun game modes, in my opinion. Oh, that's a bug. Let's fix it. Maybe by moving this a little farther. Oh, that's the rotate. Okay, so let's try this now and see if it's all fixed. Once I finish this level fully, I will upload it and let you guys play it yourself. But right now, you probably remembered that from earlier, and that's another bug. Let's fix it. Maybe let's make the pink. Maybe let's give you a blue pad here so you don't have to click. Okay, can you stop spamming, bud? Oh, that's another bug. Let's fix that by adding stuff. There's something? Yeah. We're going to learn about click patterns in the UFO. And by the way, this is the perfect time to introduce our new game mode. Our new friendly game mode. The UFO. And remember the click indicators from earlier? They're back. And they're popular. And that is some click indicator age. This is the UFO portal. If any of you have played Flappy Bird before, this plays like Flappy Bird. So why not let's make a Flappy Bird section to match what the UFO does. Then we have our ball. So let's make a Flappy Bird section, shall we? And then we're going to bring it back to the cube. We're going to make a nice big gap and add spikes to make it a little more tight. And remember to always add your little barrier things. And then we could just use my trusty buttons, Control C and Control V to handle most of this. My trusty companion, Control C, Control V. Okay, let's see how this looks. And always use this block. Oh, wrong one. This is called the start position. You can pretty much choose where you're going to start in the level. Looks pretty good, am I right? Maybe also just do this, but flip it upside down for a little more variety. Oh, that's a layer. That's for the deco module. Make sure in UFOs, the UFO game mode really likes using something called click patterns. Click patterns are when you have a pattern to start clicking with your mouse. Or WK as I like to do since I'm a lefty. I'm just gonna grab my soda. And we're back in. Maybe after that we can add a nice gate to the cube. Maybe down here just for convenience purposes. Yep, and always ban the swag routes. Swag routes are going to be your worst enemy when it comes to people beating levels normally. And now we're going to add a pad section. So maybe let's use the spider pad to immediately bring you up to about this height maybe. And always ban the swag routes. This is spider orb. It does the same thing as the spider pad. And if the level's too difficult for you, I suggest getting a verifier for your level. Most of it consists of my friends for helping me verify levels, like helping me verify. Yeah, most of my verification team consists of my friends. Yeah, so you could maybe have your friends help you verify it too.
And Bud too.
Yeah, but this is series for me only. And then maybe add a really easy triple. Or maybe add a big jump that looks impossible. But remember, we're going to add some orbs. So this is impossible with the yellow orb. But what's this red thing? This is the red orb. It bounces you way higher than you should go in the air. Like really, really high. Click, 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 click. And then maybe let's use this object called the dash orb. This lets you dash through the level. But that's a little weird, so let's fix it. So, how do you stop people from just going through? Never use that as block, because that's one way. Use some spikes to lock the player, because it's just better. Now they can actually see that where they're meant to stop. And let's maybe also, while you're in here, let's talk about the black orb. So the black orb is like the spider orb, but you don't immediately go to the direction. Black orbs are really hard to use, so I suggest using them when you're better at creating. Like, black orbs behave like what you just saw right there. I don't suggest using a lot of black orbs in your level, but just make sure to prevent the swag routes. Nobody wants those. Something like this could ban swags in the level. And maybe you can use the scale trigger over here, not that scale, to make it a little wider so it can fit all your objects on it. Oh, just 0.50. We're gonna be here a while. Oh, wait, I actually got the correct length. So now you hit this black orb, go down, and you go through the level. So, and now, let's play it from 0 and maybe just add a nice little extra triple. Maybe just add a nice little extra triple. Let's fix 5. Yeah, let's fix 5. I'm gonna add a triple right there to make it a little more tense. Oh, that's a little hard, but I think it's a nice hard click to the level. So, this is the end to, this is not the end to episode 2 yet, but we're just gonna verify the level now. So we're just gonna go back in and let's see if this is actually humanly possible. Or buddily possible. so it's humanly possible. So, that's going to be the end of episode 2 of how to create good gameplay. In episode 3, we'll explore more of these things. So, peace. So, bye everybody.